For a little bit of time I wanted to run both Brandmeister and VK DMR on the same hotspot, and that proved a bit of a problem. The reason being is that VK DMR is slightly different in the way it uses the talk group numbers, and of course it didn't match up with the Brandmeister talk group. So in other words, I had to find a way of rewriting or translating the transmission from the VK DMR through the Brandmeister server, well, not so much the Brandmeister server, but the Pi-Star digital voice dashboard, so I could listen and transmit both on VK DMR network and the Brandmeister network and various other ones. And of course I run cross mode on YSF, and I've got TGIF as well. So it proved a little bit confusing because of the fact that there had to be a way of translating a 7-digit number so it would transpose the channel to the proper talk group. And the way I did this is fairly simple. In your Pi-Star dashboard, basically go into log in and go into configuration and do it that way, and go into expert mode, and I'll show you that directly. And I'll show you the text file created especially for the DMR plus IPS-C2 hotspot in order to work on both Brandmeister and VK DMR, depending on what channel you program your code plug with. Of course they have to be reprogrammed, but that's not a real problem. This is the text file I created in order for VK2DMR to work through the Brandmeister Pi-Star dashboard. And basically what it does is DMR network 2, yours may vary, it might be 3 or 4 depending on how many talk group configurations you have. So the name becomes VK IPS-C2 VK hotspot, and then here are the rewrite numbers, which start with number 6. So okay, well what that means is that if you want to talk on DMR, then in order to key up the VK2DMR talk group server, all you need to punch in is 6000505, and that'll bring you on talk group 5 on VK2DMR. And of course there's a talk group 5 on Brandmeister too, so if you type in 505 you won't go to the VK-DMR, you'll end up on the Brandmeister 505 Australian server, Australian talk group, sorry. So in order to do the translation, there's the 7 digits starting with number 6, and these are the right way. The text file you need to change along with your ID in order for it to work. And it's fairly straightforward. Go into configuration, log into your Pi-Star dashboard, configuration, go into expert mode, full edit on DMR GW, open that up, and you'll see as you scroll down a little bit more the networks. I've got DMR1 as the Brandmeister network, DMR2 is the IPSC network. Now in your Pi-Star this will be different. So this needs to be deleted in your current version and replaced with the text file that I will include. So I'll just delete that. Copy the text file. And paste as such. Apply changes and go back to power and do a reboot. Now before doing all this, it's probably wise to make a backup of your current Pi-Star dashboard configuration before you make any changes. In case there's a foul up, then you can go back and get back to your previous configuration and it'll work. But this particular configuration will work both with VK2 DMR and Brandmeister on the same hotspot without having to bother with running multiple hotspots. So I hope this is of benefit. Anyway, if you find it helpful, well, it'll be great. It works for me and a few other guys that are using it. So basically it only applies to VK DMR users in Australia, but of course you can use it for TGIF. The same principle applies to that. Of course you change it to a 7-digit numbers, probably starting with a 7, and go on from there. But there are other YouTube talk groups which will cover that, how to run TGIF, how to sort of code TGIF in your Pi-Star. So anyway, I'll leave you to it. So happy having a radio.